15, 20 minutes. Maybe he'll do something. I think the only option is Janssen up front. He's a big guy also. But he needs to get balls from the flanks. He needs to have crosses. And they don't get him. He's always through the middle. And that's not going to work.
What can you do, Bala?
It's hard to ask them to play with a bit more confidence. Because that, after the last few games, what's been lacking is obviously the confidence. Because these are definitely players that can play. But things have been against them. They haven't had much luck. But we also say you have to create your own luck. And they have to get out there and give it their best for another 45 minutes. One half is never the same as the other. And of course, if you get that vital second goal, you could go all the way. But it's they have to show themselves.
The next goal would be crucial, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. I think for 10 minutes, just switch Schneider and Robin and put them on their natural sides. And let's see if we can get to the byline. Can we get a crossing? You've got two world-class forwards in there, in Huntelaar and Van Persie. But at the moment, with the ball, when they come inside and they deliver the ball, then it's good for defenders, unless it's in a very difficult area. Let's see if they can't get behind people, turn them round a bit, and get in some good quality crosses in. And you might see Huntelaar and Van Persie reap the rewards of that. But this Portuguese side now, their tails are up. They finished the half very well. Their tails are up, and they're a very difficult team to play against when they're like that.
Difficult to break down. Their defence is certainly a little bit stronger than the Dutch defence at the moment. OK, then. Remember that Denmark against Germany is over on +10 and HD2. And you, of course, have got your English language commentary button that you can use if you want that. We will continue with Portugal against the Netherlands here on the Events Channel, +9 and HD1. At the moment, remember, it is Germany and Portugal going through. The Dutch have to score 2 goals at least and hope that Germany beat Denmark. It's a big ask. Here we go then. Heading down to the second half, the last 45 minutes of Euro 2012 for someone. Dave Wood.
For something that approximates to a football miracle at the start of this second half. Needing to win by 2 clear goals. Needing some help from Germany in the other game. But they're not helping themselves at the moment. The Portuguese at 1-1 might have enough to make the final 8. But they'll want to score another and win this game to give themselves a much better chance of reaching the quarter-finals. And you have to say, on the evidence of the vast majority of that first half, the odds are stacked very much in Portugal's favour. What kind of response do the Dutch provide here in this second half? Are they going home with a whimper? Matthijssen. Van der Vaart, the man who's winning his 99th cap tonight and who scored that memorable goal in the first half. The man who wins the throw-in here. This is Van der Vaart. De Jong. Here's Van der Wiel. De Jong. Van der Vaart. I just wonder what Van Marwijk had to say at half-time. It would have been possibly his last ever half-time team talk for the Dutch, unless what he said could inspire his side to something special here. Talking about something special, here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Moutinho. Morelos. Back to João Moutinho again. It's Bruno Alves. Nani. Lovely little chip by Cristiano Ronaldo again is onside. Slipped away by Van der Wiel, who was rather desperately claiming for the decision his side's way, but it never came. Now Robin. Huntelaar. Cointreau. Ronaldo. Through the legs of the defender. Wrong Vlaar, but trailing heel doing for Cristiano Ronaldo, and the free kick goes Portugal's way. Well, he knows his side concede a second goal, and mission improbable becomes mission impossible, surely. Because it means that the Dutch would have to score 3 in response. Moutinho. This is Morelos. Bruno Alves again occupying that position on the far right-hand side, and Ronaldo's in there. Postiga just over his head. Moutinho! Well, given all the class on the field, that'll come as a slight bit of personal embarrassment for Joe Moutinho. He'll not want to see this one again. Given how much he missed by, he very nearly didn't see it again. The ball having to be delivered back from row X of this big stadium. De Jong and Morelos in battle here. It's De Jong who comes up with possession. Van Persie. Willems. To his left is Robben. Robben carries it with real threat and danger until he comes up against Pepe, who's just about able to ease it out of play, but it's a corner here for the Dutch. And Robben, who was for the most part anonymous in that first half, just having a couple of little tantalising runs at the start of this second period, over on that left-hand side. It's too close to the goalkeeper, who rather slaps it away. Pepe with a header clear. Here's Van der Vaart. Snyder's ball in. Matthijssen with a header. This made it difficult for the goalkeeper. Van Persie was lurking in there as well. Morelos. Moutinho. Nani. Willems diving in. Trouble here for Jetro Williams, who gets a yellow card, which means that even if the Dutch do get through, he will miss the next game. And he might count himself lucky to have only got a yellow here as well. Well, as soon as a challenge was made, he knew a card was coming. It was simply a question of what colour. He dives in with his studs showing. His feet were off the ground. And the yellow card, coupled with the yellow card he picked up in the last game, means that if the Dutch do progress, then he will miss the quarter-finals. I'm sure that's the last thing on his mind at the moment. Joe Moutinho is going to take a little bit of recovery time here. He is okay. He missed with that flailing left foot, but the recklessness here made the booking just about inevitable. Good header by Alves, climbing over the back of Klaas-Jan Huntelaar, but De Jong has it here for the Dutch. There's Jetro Willems. Robben, looking to get Wesley Sneijder away. Can hear from Joe Pereira that he was fouled, but it's the corner kick that's been given. There was a flailing leg there, there was no contact, he went over. But a corner for the Dutch. Goal here suddenly changes the whole atmosphere, you would have thought. Snyder's ball in, and the header from the central defender, Ron Vlaar. Well, he picked himself a decent position here in between those two defenders, but unable to keep it down. This is Pepe. Postiga had come in from an offside position. His goal, by the way, in the last game means that he's now scored in 3 European Championships, Helder Postiga. Well, there's still a lot of concern about here because, remember, it's not just on what happens here. Certainly the way it stands at the moment, the Dutch are going out. They have to, at the risk of repeating ourselves, have to win by 2 goals, clear goals, but the Portuguese, 1 point might be enough, but it might leave them short. All they can do is push ahead and get the best result possible from this game and hope that things go their way. Here comes Miguel Veloso, looking wide for Nani, chipped away by Jetro Willems. Coutinho. Stekelenburg always said the path of that ball well covered, knew it was going wide. A couple of times he's had to go from distance. At least he's closer than his last effort, but not close enough to really trouble the Dutch goalkeeper. Pepe. Here's Nani. Pepe. It's Cristiano Ronaldo who's lurking here. Van der Weer was always confident it was going to go too far ahead of him and out for a goal kick. Vlaar. Now De Jong. Here's Van der Weer. De Jong. Switched to Arjen Robben. A bit of nonsense between Snyder and João Pereira. And Snyder in a rather exaggerated fashion, offering the arm of friendship to the Portuguese right back. Sure, it was a free kick, but it certainly offers the Dutch a real possibility here. To twist the one. Look how many were there, including De Jong. Well, they'd certainly numbered up towards the back post here, the Dutch. It was De Jong who got the final touch, but there were plenty in black. There's likely candidates to get on the end of this. And I think he had a decent shout as well to say that maybe Fabio Cointreau had got the final touch here. Or maybe not. Cointreau. Cristiano Ronaldo. Again, sending the shivers through those Dutch defenders and then looking for something crafty, but Stekelenburg up to meet it. Here's Robben. Snyder. Snyder lifting it for the run of Klaas-Jan Huntelaar. It's notable that we've not seen too much of Klaas-Jan Huntelaar in this game tonight. He's certainly not had the service that he would have hoped for in his first start in these championships. Morales. Here's Pepe. Van der Vaart doing his best to dispossess Nani here, but Nani in return doing his best to win it back. Here's De Jong. Van Persie. Driving it left again towards Arjen Robben, but it was a very, very optimistic ball in amongst so many defenders. Morales. Here's Coentrão. This now is Cristiano Ronaldo. Coentrão's continued with the overlapping run here to maybe draw it wide. It's a corner. They're simply outclassing their opponents here tonight, aren't they, for the most part? And here's one of the major reasons why. Cristiano Ronaldo just looking for that delicate little chip. So Raul Morales of Chelsea with this corner. Hits it much too long, and Huntelaar is across there to head away. Here comes Moutinho. It's Pepe. Cristiano Ronaldo on the left foot. Offside. He's offside. Held up Postiga. Flag was up instantly. When the ball came across, they were probably offside anyway, but certainly here, absolutely spot on. Well, here's Willems. And it came last off Pepe, so a corner kick for the Dutch. Well, they won't give up hope until it's absolutely impossible here, the Netherlands. And they're certainly packing this Portuguese penalty area here, as they have to do. They need to get redemption somehow. It's not away. Punch by Rui Patricio was far from convincing as well, but somehow they have got away with it here, and Coentrão can hit it long. They are a little suspect at these corners and set pieces, the Portuguese. Before tonight, the last 5 goals they conceded in the European Championships had all come from headers, so inside their own penalty area with that aerial threat, they are vulnerable. Morales. It's Miguel Velosa. This now is Bruno Alves. De Jong. Persie went down belatedly, realising he couldn't get to that ball, but there was certainly a little catch of his ankles by João Moutinho. Here's Van der Wiel. This is Van Persie. Dutch desperately looking to impose themselves here if they can. Robben. Sneijder. De Jong. Here's Vlaar. Matthijssen. De Jong. Run made here by Huntelaar, but Pepe sweeping across to stop any potential danger before it really blooms. This is Nani. He's keeping his pecker up, isn't he, Jetro Willems? For all that he will not be playing in the next game should the Dutch proceed. The Portuguese are going to make a change here. Nelson Oliveira was the man we saw on the touchline there. It's Morales. This is Moutinho. João Pereira. Sneijder back to help with the defending here, so is Van der Vaart. The Dutch looking to clear away, but there's only Klaas-Jan Huntelaar up there. It's easy enough for the Portuguese to just put themselves back in possession and work their position again here. This is Morelos. Well, they're doing their best here to make a bit of a mess of it. They have conceded, perhaps unnecessarily, a throw-in. 2 balls on the field, which is why the referee wants this throw to be taken again.
50.
Now, before it can be taken, a change will be made. It's Helder Postiga who's coming off here. And young Nelson Oliveira, only 20 years of age, who is going to take his place. This is only his 6th international appearance tonight, Nelson Oliveira. He's never actually started a game for Portugal. Now he's leading their line for what remains of this game. Well, there's still a little of concern on that Portuguese bench. "25 minutes left to play. Is it going to be the final 25 minutes of these European Championships for the Dutch and indeed for Portugal?" Sneijder. Here's Van Persie. Rattle it into the frame of Bruno Alves, who stood strong and firm. Here's Willems. Robben. Willems, the referee says advantage. And Willems picks it up here. De Jong. One of those clattering challenges he's rather famed for. Raul Morales has spun to the ground. The referee says play on. The Dutch are not mindful to stop the game. And neither are the Portuguese. Morelos is still down, but here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's 3 against 3 here just for the moment. Ronaldo lays it into Coentrão. Coentrão on the left foot, looks to finish it. The save from Stekelenburg, saving the Dutch. And while all that was happening, Morelos stayed prone. His teammates very nearly finding a winning position. The bang in the chest that has done him. The Dutch are going to make their change here. Ibrahim Afellay is the man who's coming on. And for Barcelona, of course, has started the first 2 games, and in both games was substituted. Now it's his turn to come on as a fresh pair of legs, but not before Morelos has been seen to here. And it's Jetro Willems who's going off. So it's possibly the last of his European Championships. Suspended for the next game, whatever happens. And Afellay takes his place. It's going to be interesting to see how the Dutch reorganise themselves here. Morales is okay, but he's going to have to take his place on the touchline until the referee says he can come back on again. In the meantime, corner kick, which João Moutinho will take here. Persie back to head away. Here comes Van der Weer. Well, Jan Huntelaar has taken up position on this right-hand side. If they can work it towards him, he's in an awful lot of space, and by hook or by crook, they might get there. Here's Afellay, first touch of the game for him. Now a second. Portuguese have done well to get back in position here. This is Vlar. Now Matthijssen. Avalai falling it back in, but without any impact because Rui Patricio had the whole penalty area covered. But just for the moment, it looks as though the Dutch have gone to a back three here. More of that in just a second. They have a free kick given against them. It's a rather dramatic response from Pepe. He gave a little sneaky look at the referee to make sure the free kick had gone his way, and a yellow card is shown as well. And I fancy it's Wesley Sneijder in the middle of all that who's received it. In fact, it was a swinging arm of Van Persie. I think Sneijder is being booked though because he made a complaint. We'll get confirmation of that in just a moment. Just having a look at the way they're lining up here. It looks as though the Dutch have gone back to a back three. Van der Wiel, Vlaar and Matthijssen. De Jong and Rafael van der Vaart just ahead of them, trying to get a few more numbers in midfield. There's De Jong. Confirmation that it was Van Persie, by the way, who got that earlier booking for the challenge. It wasn't the complaining Wesley Sneijder who saw yellow. He got a kick as well, didn't he? So he does have a little reason to complain to the referee. De Jong and Morelos battling away. Here comes Ron Vlaar for the Dutch. 20 minutes left to play. 1-1 the scoreline. Certainly not good enough for Holland. Possibly not good enough for Portugal. Though possibly it might be enough to take them through. It's Moutinho. Ronaldo is the man who's being aimed for here, but the header from Van der Wiel just has to be a little careful. Stekelenburg sharp enough. And immediately bowling it out for Avalai. Morelos with a header away. Portugal are going to make their second change. Custodio from Braga. Sporting Braga is coming onto the field, and Raul Morelos is coming off. Just a little bit of a rueful look as well from Raul Morelos. He's been in the wars at times tonight, and he looks as though he's certainly been involved in a heavy battle, doesn't he? He's the man who gives way, and Custodio comes on. A little bit of protection as well for Raul Morelos because he's on a yellow card, so should he have picked up another one, he would have missed the next game. Here comes Ronaldo, Cristiano Ronaldo. They're herring up there in the middle to try and get in there, including Oliveira. It's slid all the way across the net. Stekelenburg making the save. What a chance that was. The measured pass after the run here by Cristiano Ronaldo. He must have thought this was a certain goal. Look how much space Nani had. Somehow the sprawling body of Martin Stekelenburg getting back to block it away. Moutinho. Away by Van Persie. Miguel Veloso. Tyson. Avalai. Van der Wiel. Back to Avalai. Persie was the man who was actually directly up there until I was trying to get up there too. Plenty of Portuguese bodies back here though. the far. Martinez, there are opportunities again here. Nani, two in the middle. Ronaldo, cool as you like. Second of the night. Dutch hearts are broken. Surely no way back for them now. But a passage into the final eight might just have been found for Portugal by their prodigal son. Defence turned into attack in the blink of an eye. They kept it calm, they kept it cool, onside with every play, and he knew what he was doing. He's gone from the miss-hit to the level of genius in the space of just one game at these European Championships. Cristiano Ronaldo. Well, it's worth reiterating that should the Danes get a win against the Germans tonight, they could still deny Portugal a place in the quarter-finals. But you'd have to say at the moment, it's a good win that blows in the sails of this Portuguese ship. Here's Robben. Van der Vaart. They have to throw everything at this game now, the Dutch. They have to score 3 goals to give themselves any hope. And they've only got 15 minutes in which to do it. Away by Alves. Here's João Martinez. They go in search of more. Matthijssen. Here's De Jong. Van Persie. Certainly up there in numbers now. Sneijder's going to have a dig from distance, but always on the optimistic side of likely. I think he knows the game's up, doesn't he? Wesley Sneijder. This is Nani. Robben caught his heels. Free kick for Portugal. Well, they're keeping up their impressive European record here. Portugal first qualified for the finals back in 1984. Ever since, they've always got through the group stage. And as it stands, you would have thought they have the advantage here on this night of nights at the end of Group B. They're looking for more to give themselves a better hope. Nani. Cristiano Ronaldo's in the middle, but so too is Stekelenburg. Glad to get the ball in his hands with boots flying all around him. And his ear broken man. Wheel going over the top after the trouble had been dealt with. He just hurt himself, twisted himself slightly, but he's going to be okay to carry on. The referee having stopped the game will start it again with the bounce, and the Dutch back in possession with 12 minutes to try and produce a European miracle, but they are going out surely now. Here's Afellay. This is De Jong. It's as ignominious a failure as any Dutch team has tasted before as well, because just as it stands, they're going out on the back of 3 straight defeats. Started this tournament as third favourites to win it, but misfired in the opening game, and it's been a case of misfiring ever since. This is João Pereira. Here comes Oliveira. It's a weak effort in the end from the youngster. Ronaldo. It's actually Contrao who is getting up there, the left back, and he has forced the defender to give him a corner here. So the pressure is unrelenting at the moment. The Dutch are not being eased up on them in these final minutes. Here's Miguel Veloso. He's trying to drift one across again. It's Alves at the back post. It was headed as goalward by Nelson Oliveira. Well, he's yet to score on the international stage, and this only his 6th game. But he came close on that occasion. The referee rather politely asking Joris Matthijssen here whether he needed any treatment, and he shook his head, but there was the chance from Nelson Oliveira. It's a huge leap, wasn't it, from Bruno Alves. He does have that reputation of being fantastic on set pieces, of getting high in the air. Here's Vlaar. This is De Jong. Portugal leading by 2 goals to 1. Van Persie. Van der Wiel. There'll be an air of nervousness about this as well, because without knowing the other scoreline, Portuguese know that a victory gives them a very good chance of getting through, and a draw makes it less likely. So their lead at the moment is just a little bit perilous. They cannot afford to concede a goal. And Percy, it came last off the defender Contrao, but it was dealt with effectively anyway by Rui Patricio. Here's Miguel Veloso. Moutinho. Nani looking to get in behind Matthijssen, but he did well, the defender. De Jong. Suddenly surrounded by 3 Portuguese players, so they have to go backwards again to Van der Wiel. There's no desperate urgency to get forward here by the Dutch. I think they probably know it's a mission too far. Away by Alves. Nani. Afellay. Huntelaar. And Percy in the middle. It's driven right the way across to Robben, though. Van der Vaart has gone for goal and hit the post. And here comes Afellay as they look to retain the pressure, but locked away by Contrao, and then out for a Portuguese throw. Well, he's had his moment here tonight, hasn't he, Rafael van der Vaart? How different this game was all that while ago in the 11th minute when he scored. And he very nearly reproduced the magic. From that distance, he is absolutely lethal, but just lacking the absolute precision on that occasion. .7 minutes left in this game. 7 minutes of this European Championship left for the Dutch. But will Portugal live to fight another day? So far, they're doing as much as they can do, winning this game. But they need a favourable result elsewhere. Here's Robben. De Jong. Afellay. Van Persie. Good play by him and chip towards Huntelaar, but there was Pepe to head away. They're not going to give up this lead easily. Van der Vaart is beaten to it, and easily. Here comes the counter. Look how quickly they're bringing it forward here. Slipped in towards Nani. Nani tips across. Oh, it's just onto the roof of the net.
Well, here's the other goal from the Germany-Denmark game. It's scored by the right-back, Lars Bender. It means the table doesn't change very much, but it's far more secure for the top two. So Germany would have 9 points, Portugal 6. They would be qualifying for the quarterfinals, and Denmark and Netherlands.
De Jong 27, Huntelaar 28, Robben 28, all of that age that would make you think that this is or should have been their moment. From here on in for this team, it has to be downhill, and it's been downhill very quickly at this tournament. And it might get worse here as Nani brings it in. Portugal are going to make another substitution as well. Rolando is just on the sidelines, waiting to make his entry in what remains of this game. 4.5 minutes still to play. Matthijssen. It's Van der Vaart. Here's Robben. Well, they're in good voice at the moment. They're certainly thinking it's going their way tonight. Control with the header away. And Klaas-Jan Huntelaar on a night when he's been denied too many opportunities. In fact, that might be his first and certainly his best. Unable to find his range. Cause was lost a long time ago, but it still would have been nice to register a goal. And here comes the second change of the night from Portugal, the third rather. Nani coming off. And the Portuguese fans are on their feet to acclaim his performance here tonight. And it's going to be Rolando who takes his place. It's been a decent effort, hasn't he? Nani might have, maybe should have had a goal this evening as well. A man from Manchester United, but he goes off feeling that maybe his side have done enough here. And Rolando from Porto is the man who takes his place. Oliveira. Sneijder. Take a good look, folks, at a tournament. This is probably the last time you see this collection of players in Dutch shirts. At least all of them together. Sneijder. Laying it off for Van Persie! On another night, he'd have buried it. He was offside anyway, wasn't he? Well, such a collection, such an array of talents to misfire as much as they have done. And surely there'll be an inquest or two about his performance as coach and his players' performance over the last couple of weeks here in Kharkiv. All their matches played in front of this audience here, and all with the same result, defeat. Unless they can rescue a little pride with a late equaliser here. This is De Jong. Robin. Misery continues for him. Beaten, of course, in that Champions League final this year, Arjen Robben. De Jong. Huntelaar simply beaten to it by Custodio. To the final minute of the 90 here, but we're going to have 4 minutes of added time once the 90 are up. So the pain just carries on from a Dutch point of view. Portugal anxious not to block their copybook, leading as they do. Third goal would settle it. On a hat-trick! He's hit the post. How many times has he done that tonight? At least twice. He has scored twice, but he might have had so many more. So into stoppage time now. Here's Robben. 4 minutes of it still to play. This is Sneijder. Van der Vaart. Afellay turning it wide to Van der Wiel. The goalkeeper thought about coming and then decided against it, and hope his defenders could do the job. They did. Just. Well, he's found his mojo tonight, hasn't he? Strangely off-key in the opening 2 games of the tournament. Might have had a hat-trick tonight. He has got 2. He's hit the post a couple of times as well. This is De Jong. It's Rolando who came out and met that. Robben. Sneijder. Huntelaar. Afellay's attempted cross deflected off the head of the Portuguese man Miguel Veloso and into the arms of the goalkeeper Rui Patricio. Well, a night of frustration for the Dutch. It's been a tournament of frustration for the Dutch. And they know now they're going home, and he might just be losing his job. Robben. João Pereira collects a yellow card for that challenge. A little spiteful, wasn't it? He's not one of those who already had a yellow card, by the way. That's a decent ball in. Pepe was the man who heads it away. So they're still anxious not to concede here, the Portuguese. They know the win gives them a very good chance of getting through to the quarter-finals. A draw would make it a little more tricky, depending on the result in the Germany-Denmark game, which they don't know for sure just yet. So they'll be desperately keen to hang on to win this, to give themselves the best hope. They've still got a couple of minutes left, that's all. Confirmation of the booking for João Pereira a little earlier. It's Cointreau. Vlaar. Here's De Jong. Snyder. Van Persie. Up and away by Rui Patricio. Here's Veloso. Just anxious to play out time with Custodio. Joe Pereira. It's the end of the Dutch. Kicked out in Kharkiv. Portugal hoping that they've done enough to make the quarter-finals, and they seem confident. 2 goals by Cristiano Ronaldo when he finally put himself back at the very top table of football. Might have seen Portuguese into the final 8. They've beaten the Dutch tonight by 2 goals to 1.
And it is enough for Portugal to be through, because Germany have beaten Denmark by the same scoreline, by 2 goals to 1, and that means Germany and Portugal are through. Denmark and the Netherlands are going home. And the Dutch, who were the top goal scorers in qualifying, 37 goals, have managed just the 1 at the European Championships this time round. And all eyes on Bert van Marwijk as we cross over to the other game in Lviv. And this is where Germany have beaten Denmark by 2 goals to 1. They top the group with 3 wins out of 3. And Denmark, who started off with victory over the Netherlands, are out. Daniel Agger and his side are out, beaten by Germany by 2 goals to 1.